The Father commands, as your transportation is about to depart the terminal. Have you considered translation as a means of transportation? Understand this, the Father explains, the plans I have for you are not the result of any cosmic ruses on my part. You are actively engaged. Your collaboration is indispensable. The slightest indication of my majesty has never been conveyed to individuals through observation and anticipation. I am not only known as comforter, but also as helper. I accompany you and provide my elegance, my ability, and my might in response to your resolute endeavors to emerge into the void of natural expectation, confident that I will provide you with a water-walking experience. The Father instructs you to comprehend this and to be certain of your thoughts. You are about to embark on a journey that others have been anticipating. They may reside in their elevated domains of religious fantasies and existential theory. However, it is not yours. I have not contacted you, and I do not wish for you to press your nose against the glass of another individual's amazement. You are not waiting on, you are walking into. In ancient times, Enoch walked with me, shared in my experiences, and comprehended me to the extent that he was no longer present because I took him. He experienced a palpable sense of salvation that is still being theorized and anticipated by others. The fulfillment of their testimony will be observed by only those who, like Peter, exclaim, "Lord, is it you?" and yield to my mercies. Today, God declares that you are not less significant than those who are more successful or respected. A distinctive mass of protoplasm was the starting point for each individual, into which I infused life, as I did with you. Your potential is determined by your inner self, not by the opinions of others. Abandon any erroneous constraints and constraints. Do not attempt to obtain the approbation of individuals who are an exact match to you. Seeking their approbation necessitates making inaccurate assumptions about both yourself and them. You are responsible for the universe and all of its contents. What is the significance of my presence within you if you can discern an individual's character based on their associations? You are now authorized. You are proceeding with my permission. You are no longer restricted or inferior due to your birth, education, gender, ethnicity, or caste. For this precise instant, I transported you to the kingdom. Your heart and soul have been suffused with my essence. I have nurtured you, and no obstacle will prevent you from succeeding. No one can isolate you from my affection. Demons are incapable of isolating you from my affection. My affection is the sole constant, regardless of your location. My love is in you and around you, and it never fails. Therefore, you can be confident that I am in the process of developing in you the grace and ability that will ensure your complete success and accomplishment in all that I have called you to do. Today, God instructs us to absolve, relinquish, and assist others, irrespective of the circumstances. It is crucial to release all of your distressing emotions and issues, regardless of their severity. To make progress toward my commitment, you must relinquish all of your previous grievances. The arrival of divine gifts in your life will be impeded and delayed by your anger and refusal to allow yourself to heal. You are no longer a part of my covenant as a result of your crimes and accidents. People are ensnared in the bonds of old grievances when genuine forgiveness is not achieved, surviving on the stale remnants of past failures and the foul waters of Meribah, where the bodies of disbelievers continue to rot in the sun. When you repeat it to yourself, the Father informs you, I am not a victim. No matter how strongly you feel, tell yourself, I forgive. Say, I bless, and then identify all individuals whose negative behavior toward you is currently on your mind. Forgiveness is akin to a poisonous plant that disseminates its toxicity throughout the fertile soil of your heart, rendering it impossible for my word to establish a foothold. That is not your portion, my dear. The vegetation must be removed from the yard. It is time to remove the annoying and hurtful memories of past failures, injuries, pain, and wrath. Lead them to the cross. Please surrender them to me. Liberate yourself and progress. Presently, it is proceeding according to schedule. The beautiful promise of my kindness awaits you as soon as you exit the past and enter the future of my kingdom. Before the video continues, I request you to like the video and share this video with your family and friends, and request to donate us some dollars because I do not have house and I have to make my new house. Yesterday, God informed me that today is the day of your completion. I am preparing you for the most favorable result. The difficulty and adversity you are currently experiencing are not intended to persist indefinitely. The Father states, I will put an end to it. Same as your heart has cried out before my throne, how long, Lord? Please be assured that I have listened to you and have responded. Things cannot be postponed any longer. The moment has arrived. This is your opportunity. This is your opportunity. Time is not a constraint on you, and you have not considered it. At present, you are witnessing the fulfillment of my commitment. Male individuals believe that I am postponing my defense until a specific time or condition is met. This is inaccurate. Immediately launch a strike when you encounter your adversary, as King David did, confident in the knowledge that I will always be by your side. If you opt to place your faith in my assurances rather than the enemy's threats, there will be no decline, as I am by your side. These are the words of the Father, receive the key of David. David fought valiantly against insurmountable obstacles, confident that I would never abandon him. I am with you in the same way that I was with David. My affection for David was as strong then as it is now. I do not have a preference for any particular individual, however, I place a high value on religion. If you employ your faith in the same manner as David, you will achieve identical outcomes. I have informed all individuals in my presence that you are a priest and a monarch. David was aware of the identity and characteristics I had imbued him with in my mind. Dear one, it is time for you to gain a comprehensive understanding of your identity and the purpose for which you are present. Subsequently, you may emerge from hiding behind a clock or any other celestial timepiece and endeavor to determine the optimal moment to act in a manner that will facilitate my assistance with your endeavors. Your inquiry is met with a resounding yes, and I offer my invitation immediately. Every word is preserved and is certain to transpire. I will be devoted to you and prepared to guide and bless you as you reach your destiny. The sole inquiry you must address is whether you are prepared to accept the entirety of my statements and dedicate this day to the actions I have promised. God instructs us to discuss the events of the present day. By addressing the existing issues, they will improve and ultimately disappear. The unseen will replace the visible when you speak the power of my word. Is your path obstructed by a boulder or another object? Is there an obstruction that prevents you from progressing? Is there an individual or entity that is preventing you from receiving the item or service that you are certain I have promised? The object in question is your boulder. What message would you like to convey to your mountain? Consider the mountain and assure me that you will confront it until it is no longer visible in your life. Mountains are moved and demons are shivered by the sound of my word. My words must be infused with life and captivate your mind and heart, transcending the dullness of the paper. How you articulate my words grants you control over the air and water. The power to control all the negative forces that are attempting to harm you is granted to you by your words. Anything in your life that contradicts my promises is disregarded, dismantled, and swept away by the current of your faith. Declare aloud that you have confidence in me to assist you in resolving the current challenges in your life. Protect and clothe yourself by retaining my teachings in your heart. Allow your speech to function as a powerful weapon of faith that relentlessly attacks and demolishes the enemy's defenses against you until you achieve complete victory, the Father instructs. God is now instructing you to enhance your communication skills. What motivates you to disseminate your knowledge and experiences to the public? Not all individuals with whom you interact or are acquainted are as enthusiastic about my influence on your life as you are. Recall the narrative of Joseph. In a dream, he perceived his future and was certain that it was accurate. He informed his parents and brothers of his juvenile conduct during his adolescent years, which resulted in him experiencing decades of adversity. Despite my involvement in the circumstance, I continue to believe that you should approach the situation as a collector of information rather than a sharer of knowledge. Although Mary witnessed the vision and accepted the angel's words, she withheld them from herself for some time. As Solomon once said, having a multitude of words does not imply that one is not sinful. I urge you to adhere to the vision I have provided. Keep it concealed within your heart, as if it were gold. The statements made by others regarding your perspective do not corroborate the information you received from me. I have no intention of verifying the information I have been concealing in your heart by obtaining someone's agreement with my statements. Write the concept on the tablets of your heart to pursue it with all of your strength. Whether or not others are aware of you, accept you, or are in your company is irrelevant. When you rely on me and do not allow the fear of others or the uncertainty of attempting to win their favor to impede your progress, you and I are always in the majority. I will be present. I have pledged to undertake significant and frightening tasks on your behalf. Haven't I already stated it, and will I be able to fulfill my commitment? I implore you to enhance your communication skills. As a clear recompense in your life, the aspirations you discuss privately will eventually be realized. Before the video continues, I request to donate us some dollars because I do not have house and I have to make my new house. Currently, God declares, I can act and accomplish tasks even though certain individuals do not believe. The outpouring occurs regardless of the doubts and skepticism that individuals harbor. They merely influence their level of engagement. I assert that a new hydrocarbon is being distributed. Angelic manifestations are being revived in the lives of individuals and groups, regardless of their size. My spirit will accompany me to significant meetings, and I will assume the microphone. The speaker will collapse to the ground in astonishment, and my voice will emanate from the sound system to conclude the speech. God will visit entire groups and cause them to fall to their knees for hours in the presence of my majesty. The derision and skepticism that were previously present will resurface upon the publication of the narrative. But my work will be completed expeditiously, and when their voices are replete with contempt, I will unexpectedly appear and cause them to fall and prostrate themselves in my honor. A new, profound deluge will commence for my people and encompass the entire world from now until the end of the year. The angels are providing you with sustenance, and a spiritual boost is imminent. Therefore, consume it. This will enable you to surpass Ahab's chariots and experience my grandeur to the fullest during this dry period. Discontinue your current activities. Interrupt your task and take a break. Therefore, cease exerting yourself physically and begin utilizing the resources I provide to transform your life and circumstances. Inquire about the heavens and then take action. Avoid viewing situations through the perspective of the ordinary. Faith leaps while apprehension observes, my dear. I will be present to support you and guide you toward the destined purpose I instilled in you long ago, declares God. Today, God instructs you to prepare for a new event to occur in your heart. You are required to be present for the arrival today. I will be reading the book. I am introducing you to a novel form of energy and a manner in which my spirit's movement has never been observed before. I am developing items that will not only generate prosperity for you but also facilitate the manifestation of glory in your life in a lasting manner. You will awaken and retire to a state of loveliness. You will relish your meal in splendor and proceed with your day in magnificence. You will no longer be required to wait for travel. You will no longer be transitioning from one spiritual camp to another. Today marks your transition from a tent to a shelter, and from visiting my splendor to residing in it. It will function as an indelible record. I am expanding the methods by which my spirit manifests and the methods by which individuals comprehend my grandeur during your lifetime. Your assertion underscores the significance of disregarding distractions in significantly influencing your emotions and experiences. You did not flee when you were being persecuted or when people stared down their noses at you. Men have scoffed and abandoned my word. However, you have celebrated and honored it. Consequently, the information is being disseminated immediately. The Father declares, the vibrant, energizing life of a glorified being is arising within you. Do not harbor feelings of resentment or melancholy, as you have been progressing and traveling in the appropriate direction, and I have been progressing toward you. Prepare yourself. You are being inundated with and experiencing a new flow of marvels, wonders, and signs. This is your portion, and the moment has arrived. Today, God declares, just as Moses concealed the glory with a veil, I am bestowing upon you a glory that cannot and will not be concealed. How my splendor illuminates your countenance will captivate and inspire others. Unexpected individuals will approach you and inquire about your strikingly vibrant complexion as you stroll down the street. Upon entering a location, all voices will cease, and my majesty will follow you. Are you prepared? Consider the most profound manner in which my spirit has manifested itself in the past. That is only a small portion of the surprises I have in store for you. You will collaborate with other messengers of my grandeur, and individuals who are thirsty and isolated will be able to hear my reign in a barren and desolate location. They will be in search of solutions and relief from their indescribable afflictions. The presence of my Spirit will be more profoundly felt by you from today on, according to God the Father. Today is a new day. The past will not be considered, as a more significant day is being highlighted. You will no longer yearn for the good old days, as you will declare in your spirit, "This is the most extraordinary day of divine goodness I have ever encountered." My dearest, are you prepared? Did you reduce the amount of light you use and acquire the oil necessary to last until the wedding? The groom advances, and the watchman exhales deeply to inform all that I am present. It is currently the hour and time at which all that is to occur is beginning to manifest in a manner that is consistent with the prophecies of the Bible. Today, God inquires, are you prepared for the greater glory? Are you prepared for my magnificence to envelope the earth in the same way that water covers the sea? Are you prepared to witness that shortly, my glory will emerge as the primary narrative, while the glory of mankind will be reduced to a mere addendum that is not worthy of mention? The world will witness my grandeur in unison. Know that my hand will halt the violence as countries alternate between arrogance and conflict. The ballistic weapons will be halted by my hand, causing the army to become disorganized. In an instant, my hand will prevent what appears to be an imminent occurrence. Hostilities and rumors of hostilities will result from the conflict between countries. I am not interested in being plagued. Turn away from the phony messiahs who claim to possess the ability to resolve all of society's issues and rob everyone of their serenity. I adhere to the commitment you made. Your sustenance originates within me. Even if the world and all of its institutions collapse tomorrow, you will remain more significant than the countries, as I have committed to engaging with you in this manner. The Father desires for you to ascend. Ascend to a higher truth and narrative that are beyond the reach of the limited knowledge of the general populace. I will provide you with peace of mind by guiding and instructing you during difficult times, as my hand is the source of your fortitude. Today, God promises that you will increasingly experience and be rooted in His actions from the throne. My throne is held in place by you, and you are held in place by my throne. What emanates from the throne and my spirit is settling in as my essence and entering you. The purpose of placing my weight on you is not to remain stationary, rather, it is to assist you in achieving a higher level. In the most profound places of my spirit, I have summoned you to delight and celebration. I will make you laugh, sing, and be joyful while others weep and contort themselves into holy positions, for my dear, He who resides in the heavens will laugh. Allow yourself to chuckle internally. Demonstrate the ecstatic laughter of faith, as Sarah did. Be joyful in the knowledge that God makes what is difficult and impossible for individuals possible, as Sarah comprehended. This is your heritage. Tomorrow appears to be the day when the unthinkable becomes feasible for you. What appears to be improbable is ultimately verified. When it appears that things are not going well, my angel, the angel of my presence, will appear unexpectedly and cause every vacant part of you to grow and produce fruit under my will. This is your share because I am deeply affectionate toward you and will demonstrate my affection by performing extraordinary acts of liberation and transformation that are distinct from anything you have ever encountered or requested of me. Today, God inquires, who do you believe I am? You will not be able to comprehend me in its entirety until you perceive me without the influence of others. The keys to the dominion will be in your possession. Interacting with you alone is insufficient to penetrate the essence and manifestation of my identity. By instilling my spirit within you, I will demonstrate not only the splendor but also the greater grandeur. During your time of learning from the experiences and words of others, I will provide you with an item that is distinctive and unrelated to others. My beloved friend, I will establish a connection with my throne and my spirit that is distinctive to you and your most profound spiritual experiences during this hour. The Father states, there is additional information. You requested additional information, and I can verify that it is accessible. The doors to greater grandeur are unlocked, awaiting your faith to fill them. Speak this aloud to yourself and internalize it. Additional information is accessible. My spirit is drawn to what has been demonstrated and established, but there is also an accumulation and emergence of what has not been demonstrated. This will not be derived from physical existence or individuals. My splendor will be disclosed, and all will witness it collectively. My children will be involved in it, and they will be permanently altered by the experience. Therefore, gather and distribute my works and deeds. However, prepare yourself, my beloved, for the actions I am about to take, as you have been invited to the wedding feast of my glory, my completeness, and my manifest glory, as the Father has stated. Today, God declares, I am making what you have desired accessible and effortless to obtain. It has been depicted as complex by others, however, I am simplifying it for clarity. I am now providing you with the recognition you requested due to your hunger. I am now uniting with you in response to your pleas and providing you with the simple beauty that transforms your life through my intervention. What has been previously described as exclusive to a limited number of individuals is now becoming a reality for a significant number of individuals. I am currently solidifying you in my glory to enable you to move freely and naturally in the glory world. The region of grandeur is inherently yours. Unsurprisingly, you experience a greater sense of tranquility and glory than in any other condition, as you were born, called, and intended to be there. The beauty you have previously observed does not accurately represent the beauty I am about to exhibit. My beauty will shortly be exposed to the public, and it will be visible to all. Despite their sadness, news outlets will acknowledge my grandeur, as they are unable to refute it. You are intended to participate in my majesty. The entire crop will be transparent, as the last few years of self-investment will now be repaid. The complete manifestation of my magnificence will be evident, and the experiences of previous generations will appear insignificant in comparison to the request I am making of you at this time. You will compose music, compose stories, and sing about the loveliness. You will have the opportunity to experience grandeur, and as your heart and spirit develop, you will discover new sources of nourishment and sources of enjoyment. This is the essence of being in the splendor. This is yours, and you will not be denied. Consequently, the Father commands, press in. Before the video ends, I request to donate us some dollars because I do not have house and I have to make a new house.